But nah, yeah, it never been about no bread for me. You feel what I'm saying? It's always been about, being respected. I knew if I chased down my passion, well, the rest of the shit follows. That's easy. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching the nicest get to the bread. I know the bread is gonna come eventually, right?
Right.
As long as I stay sharp, I'll get in the bins eventually. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like you made it to where you needed to go? Or do you feel like there's still more to be done?
I think we all making it, right? I don't want to put an end to the word make.
Right.
Like we always, like, you know what I'm saying? You could have said you made it when you was smashing niggas in the battle rap arena.
Right.
But here you are today, right? Making it. Right. So it's always a process. You know what I'm saying? Evolution, growth. You know what I'm saying? The mountain bike kid now drives nice. The project boy is a homeowner a couple times.
Right.
You know, the dude running around dumping dick is a married man. You get what I'm saying? So it's, it's levels.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Making it. By the grace of God, I am making it.
Okay. So you rapping about marriage now?
I've rapped about my wife before, yeah.
How's she feel about it?
She like that.
She likes it, right?
She like that. She did that little thing I like later that night.
They always like it. They always like
my wife. I love her.
So what's the tone now for these albums?
Staying in your truth. Something that me and Crook have done our entire lives. We rapped about everything that went on in our life. Our music aligns with our breath.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You go to my first album, The Brick, you're gonna hear a young Puerto Rican dude in the hood with all the drugs. That's what was going on. I was in the booth with half a head of braids and half was a fro. There was a pack. It was a pack. It was a pack.
The Method Man.
Yeah, there was a pack in my pocket.
Everybody had the Method Man when we was young, bro.
I was going to meetings with labels with drugs on me, because it was like my man Dennis, like, yo, get off the, come on. I'm like, yo, I'm coming. Get in the car now. And it's just like, I ain't even got the time to go upstairs. We going up here. We got a meeting. You forgot. You know what I'm saying? It's like crazy.
Right.
So as things change, as life changes, so does what I talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, the worst thing niggas could do is not be authentic.
Why is that?
Niggas can sniff that, bro. They can sniff non-authenticity on you.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It's a dangerous game when you play that game, too. That means you standing around on the block too long, too. You get what I'm saying? You know, you trying to blend in. We see it in them hoods. We see it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas sticking around too long. Trying to be, I see a lot of OG. We gotta talk to our OGs out here, man. They preying on the young dudes. They not giving them game.
No, they lining them up.
It's crazy, my nigga. It's crazy. You know what I'm
they
saying?
on their second childhood.
I saw Andre 3000 say one time, somebody ran down on him in Tribeca, and they was like, Andre, I need some new stacks, some new 3 stacks. And he was like, what am I? He says, it's not verbatim, but it's along the lines of, what am I offering? What do I do? He was like, the most important word in hip hop is hip. He's like, once you're not hip, you need to know when to be like,
Let me hop my ass up. Right.
You don't fuck with that?
Nah, that was absolutely terrible. That was corny when he said that shit. I got pissed.
Why?
I was super mad at him.
Was you mad because it meant that he wasn't gonna be rapping, or you was mad at the message itself?
2 things can be true at the same time. I missed 3 stacks on the mic, number 1.
Gotcha.
Number 2, I think in order to show that we are who we say we are, authentic, you have to rap past the age of set date here. I think the fact that we don't have artists who are outside with gray in their beard and smashing shit and talking.
We do.
We had Method Man here.
We do.
We had Method Man sitting in that chair,
And
and I told him one of the things you responsible
God, I heard
for.
a verse from him the other day. I was like, what the fuck,
I
bro?
told him one of the things you're responsible
what the
for
fuck?
is showing us what cool looks like at 50. You need to show us what 50 looks like. We're 50 years old, and Q-Tip got the same game from Tyler, the Creator.
Yeah.
He said, you need to show me. I don't know what it looks like to be this age and be cool as shit. You got to show me what that looks like.
That's different on people though, right?
Exactly. Stax is not Method Man. Stax is not Q-Tip. I would love to see what Stax looks like at 50. I would love to hear his life put down in that poetic ass way that only he can do at that age. I think hip is what you say it is when you that talented. You don't run by other people's rules. You make the fucking rules. You fucking Andre 3000. You're one of the best we have. And you hanging it up because of the date on your birth certificate? That shit is trash.
Is that what
to
you
me.
got from that?
Yes.
Okay.
Because his son, I've seen the other interviews where he said, you know, my son doesn't know my son listens to this. My son listens. Bro, why are you listening to your son? Your son is not your fan base. I'm your fucking fan base. I want to hear what you're going to say. I'm not listening to the music that your son is listening to on the same level. I hear what your son hears, but that's McDonald's to me. I heard that before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm at Tavern on the Green now. I want to hear your shit. I want to hear life from your perspective.
Are hip hop fans doomed to become R&B fans after a while?
If they don't knock that bullshit off.
Because they just can't get the same shit, the same high.
I think contemporary rap is winning. I think, you know what I'm saying? Hip hop will be 50 years old next year.
Yeah.
You feel me? And we're seeing a lot of different phases that we didn't know was even possible because it was such a young art form, you know what I mean? And genre. So now we're seeing Ice-T is on stage doing 20,000 people in the crowd. Right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Chuck D, same thing. He in Europe doing 20, 30,000 people.
But it's not new music.
It's not new music. Well, some of the
Big
stuff
Daddy
is new
Kane's is.
because, you know, Ice got the rock thing going on and all that, and his newest rock releases are being, you know, awarded. So,
Right.
I mean, you know, shit. We just spoke on Marshall. We know what he gonna do into his 50s. He's gonna be able to Mick Jagger this shit, and we should applaud all that because it should not be an expiration date on fucking talent.
Yeah.
It should not be an expiration date on talent, bro.
I saw
With that said, though,
yeah.
pardon, man, like, you should also be able to say,
It ain't for me.
I'm not what I once was.
Right.
And I'm good. I'm cool on exiting now.
If
And it shouldn't be up to you, the listener.
No, that's not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If you're hanging it up because you don't feel like you can do what you can do,
Yeah.
if I can accept,
Okay.
and it doesn't matter whether I accept it or not,
Right.
because I'm the guy on this
But you're just
side.
saying you can't accept
Right,
that. You.
but if you told me Floyd Mayweather don't want to fight no more because he broke his left hand too many times, he's up there in age, he can't move the way his reflexes are shot. Anderson Silva, one of my favorite fighters, when I watched him decline, if you want to step away because you feel like you ain't got it no more, I won't say shit. But if you tell me you don't want to keep rapping because your son is not into your shit, or you feel like you're not cool enough to, that I can't. That's a terrible reason to stop doing what you know you can do. If that's your only reason, if the skill, Maya Angelou didn't have that
I don't
problem.
think that's the reason.
No, that's what he said. Mick Jagger. Why don't we have a Mick Jagger? Where's our Mick Jagger? Where's
coming.
our Ozzy Osbourne?
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Where's
I
our
agree.
Bono?
It's coming.
But it won't if people are, because hip is the first, and you feel like you're not cool no more, so you stop. Mick Jagger don't do that shit. Steven Tyler don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, but
motherfuckers is 70 years old.
Maybe we talk
Rest
about
in peace.
what Matt said, though.
Rest in peace, K. Slay, because
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, K.
Rest in
Slay,
peace.
because when I was on Clubhouse, K was in the room, and one of the homies said what Andre said, and they was using that as, you know, their side of the story they were trying to tell. And K was like, where did you get that from? He's like, it ain't, you gotta be hip and all that type of shit. That ain't where the words originated from. They weren't talking about you gotta be hip to hop into the booth. He was like, where did you get that from?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And once I heard that, I was like, all right, well shit, if the OG say that ain't where it came from, then that ain't where the fuck it came from. And there's no need for me to pay attention to that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they try to put ageism is real big in hip hop. We do it to ourselves, but we make everything go out of style quick as a culture.
You think so?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Niggas took Lexus off the table before. Lexus was still a good car. Because rappers wasn't pushing the shit no more. It's like, I don't want that shit. It's like, dog, we make things
The
go out.
price
We
drop.
bring things in style and we push them out too quickly.
I just want to point that out. When niggas stop talking about Lexuses, the price drop.
They became Toyotas
drastically.
again, right?
Facts. Facts.
It's whole value, though.
I don't give a fuck. I
See
still
that?
96.
See that? Whole value.
It's just whole value. Sell an old Jap car. You got a Jap engine, that shit's hold up.
Whole
Telling you
value.
real talk though, bro.
Whole
You know what I'm saying? Who holding up over the years?
Longevity needs to be
So who-
celebrated more.
Niggas pull off the lot
Period.
and
And we
crazy
right back.
exotics.
We
and
right
shit.
back around.
Done.
Yeah, word.
Then we
A year
started
later?
there.
Yeah.
We started it there. Longevity needs to be celebrated, and won't happen when we dead each other over dumb shit. And I think that shit is by design, quietly. I don't think it happens just.
Of course, it's by design.
I think it's
Because
I
you
think
can't
it's
you
done
can't
by
rob
design.
grown men who understand the business.
I think Joell Ortiz and Crooked Eye go sit down with a 19-year-old coming in the game trying to school him on what's going to happen. The industry can't take advantage of him the same way.
Now, is the natural evolution of a rapper to become a CEO?
I think it's to become whatever you want, whatever your trajectory is, whatever you see yourself as, whatever you visualize in your head and you're trying to manifest. That's what you're supposed to become. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no rules to that. You know, your success is your own journey and what you want to become, and that's on you.
It's
you know what I
subject-
mean? Like, I know cosmetically it looks like that. It looks like, yo, the rapper is supposed to become the CEO, so that's forcing people who are not ready to be CEOs to try to become CEOs. I got my own label, here's my business card. You know what I'm saying? And that's not the energy. The energy is do what you love.
Yeah.
Do what you love and follow where that takes you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's
You
grown
gotta-
folk
but you
business.
still love it when you're 50 and broke.
You could possibly, you know what I'm saying?
Because there's some rappers out here that's 50 and broke. And
Yeah,
There's
but that's what I
there's
tell.
professional
but they
athletes
hate
50
rap
and
now.
broke.
But that's what I tell. That's what
Professional
I tell
athletes 50 and
youngins.
broke,
Yeah.
man.
And
Watching
they
football on every Sunday.
And they probably hate whatever sport
But
they
that's
was
what I
playing.
tell the young rappers when they say, man, give me a jewel. I say, fall in love with it. Because if you love it, you're going to put up with the bad times and you're going to excel in the good times. So, yeah, it's probably somebody that's 50 and broken bitter. I know a lot of rappers who got a whole bunch of plaques to their name, but they don't have ownership of anything because they got jerked. You know what I'm saying? And they real bitter about the shit right now. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, what can you do? But I don't think, you know, if somebody love it, dog, like we got this song, it go back to the album. I'm sorry,
It
I'm
really
not
do,
even
though.
trying to plug this shit.
No,
we
no,
got
no.
It really
we
do.
got a fucking album. We got a song on the album. You know which one I'm about to start talking
Go
about.
ahead, do your thing.
Ocean Terminal.
Yes, sir.
And we talk about a place where dreams go to live on because it didn't happen for you in that time frame you thought it was gonna happen for you. You know what I'm saying? So the guy was like, yo, I wanted to rap, but it didn't happen. I had a kid, I got somebody pregnant, I had to get a quote unquote real job. Yeah. But then he circles back later in his life and opens his notebook up at the park and he gets back to it.
Ocean Terminal.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, man, we got a song for
I don't know
everything,
about
bro.
you, but I want to hear that song.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it. Lin-Manuel Miranda's on it.
Yeah, Lin-Manuel Miranda's on that joint.
Of course he is.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a 5-minute break, then we're going to get into the slaughterhouse shit immediately.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars, I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work, you heard. Making fiends leave earth, you heard. Got your baby mama thirst, you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf, you heard.